I say. I have some breaking news coming to us from Manchester City now.
Right, OK, so City, their last 7 games, 2 wins. But what's going wrong?
When I look at Pep Guardiola, he just looks tired as well. Do you know what I mean? I know there's a lot of speculation about the summer. A lot of people are speculating that Enzo Maresca's going to go in there already next week. Like, all these kind of outside noises. Phil Foden also playing with a broken hand, fair play to him. But I feel like City were a side a few years ago that, you know, had Mahrez, Alvarez. Their strength in depth was different. Gondogan, you know. And I feel like Bernardo Silva was obviously performing to the levels he used to as well. Then he's been linked away to Juventus. So I look at this Man City team and they're still in second in the Premier League, but they're nowhere near the levels we know that they can play. And this has been now the 2nd season. It's been like that, Tom.
So in that case, is it not a blip? Is it a serious concern?
I think it is a concern. I mean, I know I said at the top of the show a 6, but I want to have a little bit of balance because I still think, regardless of what team I support, Man City are a top side. You know what I mean? They've got one of the best managers ever to manage in the game. But I think I look at this team and I just think their strength in depth is so different to how it used to be. You look at Arsenal this year, their depth is the way City used to be. And that's no coincidence to me why Arsenal are thriving at the top of the league. But, like, yeah, I thought last year it was just a blip. This year it's looking a bit more concerning. They're playing Wolves at the weekend. So that should be, I mean, to be fair to Rob Edwards, Wolves are doing a bit better of late. But to be fair, like, City should get that one wrapped up.
Rodri, brilliant player, experienced player, but 2 yellow cards in less than a minute.
Not something you'd expect from someone like him. And I still don't think he looks fully fit. You know, I know that he's had that ACL injury. I had the same injury myself. I know it's difficult to come back from. Then there's, like, you know, FIFA Club World Cup, he's playing in those types of games. They're trying to manage his minutes, but there's always that conundrum, can City play without Rodri? Remember last year, they were like, oh, the reason why they're not winning is because Rodri isn't there. And he's such a main impact on this team. But a player like him, they were yellow cards. Like, he should know better. We all make mistakes, but he should know better in that moment, and especially when he's captaining the side. So, you know, that last night was fair play to Bodo Glimt because, you know, people often focus on these types of teams, which I understand, but that was probably really embarrassing for Haaland. Going back home, you know, all the fans were there. It's almost like that non-league type of stadium, isn't it? It's artificial pitch. And, like, fair play to Bodo Glimt because when they went up by 2 early on, you know, in the first 20, 25 minutes, we all still thought City will probably come back and win this one like 5-2 or something. And that was the City of old for me a couple of years ago. So fair play to Bodo Glimt. But I feel for Haaland because he would have been quite embarrassed last night going back to his, you know, home country and getting beat.
Yeah, that's the word he used, wasn't it? He said embarrassing. Aston, last night, it was Bodo Glimt's first win in the Champions League ever. How concerned were you by that performance?
Yeah, very concerned. I mean, there was no fight, no desire, no energy at times, and mainly a lack of quality, which has been the big problem since the start of the year, I feel. It started in the Manchester derby where City didn't turn up. They could have lost that game 7-0, and I don't think we could have complained. Last night, it could have been 5, and I am really concerned about what's going on at the moment. I don't quite understand what the issues are, and it could be the strength in depth. It could be the lack of leadership in the team with the injuries, but something's going wrong massively.
When you say strength in depth there, is there any excuse for that? Because while most clubs have been quiet in January, you've brought in probably the 2 most sought-after players in the Premier League. I know they couldn't play last night, I know that, but I'm mean in general. Yeah,
2 great signs. They couldn't play last night, which I think City did struggle with. I think they could have done with both those players last night. I mean, Núñez has been out injured, I think, which has been a big one at the moment, with obviously the defence already struggling with Diaz and Vardiel out. Yeah, Stones is out as well. Núñez has been fantastic at right back, which I wouldn't have thought at the start of the season. He's really come on in that position. He missed the Manchester derby, so Rico Lewis comes in there. I think Lewis had a really bad game. I think that then Pep Guardiola didn't trust him yesterday. So you've got Lewis at right back in midfield, you've got O'Reilly midfielder at left back, and then you've got Aït left back at right back. It just seemed all over the place at times in that one. Since Rodri's come back, which is great to have him back, Nico has been injured, so we're lacking his sort of energy off the ball. Rodri isn't up to the standard yet. He's not fit, I don't think, to be playing so many games. With Nico injured, he's playing pretty much every game. And then I suppose there is questions to be asked of Pep Guardiola. I don't like to do that. I mean, he's been amazing for City for so long. But before the extra game, he's saying Haaland's exhausted, he's tired. He starts him in that one. And then he played another 94 minutes again last night. So if he's tired, why is he playing every game? And you can see he's tired.
Yeah, Aston, I want to just jump in here because I spoke about Pep and, like, regardless of what team I support, I have a lot of respect for Pep Guardiola. And you were saying you're not quite sure what's exactly going on, but, like, he looks exasperated, doesn't he, at times? You know when Jurgen Klopp, like, left the Liverpool job and everybody was quite shocked when it happened? And as we see, pressure is on these managers now, isn't it? But, like, he just looks, and it's infectious. When you have a manager that looks like they just run themselves into the ground, maybe it is time for Pep to move on.
I'd never want that to happen, so I'm hoping he stays another 10 years and longer, really. I mean,
really, though,
I do
even with
that.
regards to how the last 2 seasons have gone, like, I'm not denying he's been one of the greatest ever managers, and we have that nostalgia as fans,